My day 2 was really not a positive experience. I didn't get through everything properly. It was just bad experience. So I'm redoing day 2. Seeing if we can get a better result. It's going to be interesting since I'm doing the exact same thing, the exact same weights. We'll see if I got stronger with the waiting time. Last time I did it was on a Tuesday. Today's a Friday. So this is the first time I'm coming back with a shorter time frame than before. So we'll see if this time frame is long enough for me to recover and still have increased strength, you know?
So we start off with day 2. We're doing the pull over here. I'm using the same amount of weight, 360. I could only do 1.5 of one first time. This is the second full one. Although I'm struggling and straining, remember the goal is to attach the muscle to failure. Then I do the third one, just slightly taking my back off of the back, but I'm stretching all the way back to get a full stretch with it, even if I can't pull it all the way down to my waist, which will probably come in time. I stopped shy of doing 5. I believe I completed about 3 or 4. But even with that short period of only 2 days in between, I seem to have done more reps, which means I'm going in the right direction. Pull down right now. This is where we're doing it with 230. Now notice we're letting it go up very slowly. You've got to get the most out of the negatives in this program. Holding it for 4, you can see me counting 1, 2, 3, 4, then going up very slowly, controlling the weight all the way up and stretching all the way out before pulling it down. Be careful not to snatch the weight down. That is exactly how injuries occur. Now, it's harder, it's grueling, it's all of that. I could not quite do a whole lot, and it taxes you, and believe me, I'm trying to catch my breath. That's not for the camera. Now, on this one, I actually made a mistake, but it wasn't necessarily a bad one. I was supposed to just do negatives. I'm ending up doing full ones, but I'm still focusing on the negatives. I kind of forgot because I was so zoned in on what I was doing for at least the first half. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it for 4 counts right at the top. These are pull-ups. And then I'm trying to go down 8 full seconds. Now, there's a clock in front of me, which allows me to use actual 8 seconds instead of me counting. Now I remember, oh yeah, these are supposed to be negatives. So now I'm jumping up to it, hold it for 4, and then going down slowly for 8. When you do that, you're focusing on the 2 part of your muscularity that can hold the most weight, which is your holding strength and your negative strength, okay? It takes more strength for me, and the weakest part of any movement is when I pull up, okay, or the positive. And so that doing the negatives helps to strengthen the body overall for more positive pulls or pushes. This is interesting because this is the machine that's been giving me fits. 205 at this level because of this pulley machine. It feels a lot more than 205. I could usually only do about 3 of these, but now I'm able to push it out, hold it for 4 beats, and then slowly let it down, which does tax your muscle more. But I'm doing it and able to get about 5 in on this one. And I haven't been able to do that, period. The most I think I've ever done is maybe 3 when I count 4 and hold it. And I usually struggle to just push it forward. This time I'm just staying in the seat. So I am getting progressively stronger. And that's the big thing. Because if you're not getting stronger with every time you come into the gym, then your muscles aren't growing. And even though from a cosmetic standpoint, I wish my belly was smaller, I'm at the beginning stage of this particular cut, and it's not pleasing to look at. The pleasing part of it is that I can see I'm getting stronger. Okay, so here's the curl machine. I believe we did this one at 155 or 170, something, I believe 170. So this is supposed to be just negative. So I'm supposed to just let it go down very slowly, right? And then you'll notice I'll stand up, just use leverage to pull it all the way up so I can put it in the holding position. I don't have a partner. So when you don't have a partner, I think it's great to use machines because then all you have to worry about is focusing all your energy on just executing the lift and not necessarily technique so much. Now with this holding technique, I'm also using the clock that's in front of me to hold for 4 actual seconds and trying to let it down for 6 to 8 seconds. And when you let it down very slowly, it does take a lot out of your muscle. It takes a lot out of you on a very steady basis. But this is where I'm trying to get the most. I'm trying to milk the most out of each one of these movements until I go to exhaustion. And I look pretty exhausted here, and I do feel that way. But it's kind of funny because at the end of the workout, I always feel like I could have been even more exhausted. But maybe if I had a workout partner that could have coached me on. Now this, I grabbed the 75-pound dumbbell once again, and I think the last time I did them, I could only do about maybe 4. So, and this time, that's 1, slowly, up and down again. Then once again, I push it up slowly, 2. I think I did 3 on this one last time. Once again, usually I used to do it on a machine, but now I'm trying to do it purely with the dumbbell because that's going to always be available for me. One of the reasons why I've augmented some of my exercises because availability at the gym, I don't want to wait in line so long that I get too cool. But I finally got this one over my head barely and just had to slam it on the front. Now here's one that I got an improvement on. These are the 25-pound dumbbells. I hoist it up, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slowly drop them. Don't lose control of it. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, slowly down. Now, I could do this a little bit better if I could let them go down slower, like maybe 8 full counts. But they feel kind of heavy, particularly at this point of the routine, because I'm showing you chronologically how I went from one exercise to the other according to day 2 of the Colorado experiment. Casey Viator, they say, work like a madman on this thing, and I have to admire him for it because it wore me out. Now I'm over to the dip again. Now with the dip, I bend over and try to hold my back horizontal and lift my legs up to get more out of the dip, okay? I don't stand straight up. I got that from Cutting with Glass, the legendary bodybuilder who taught that the technique with the dip to get the most out of it for your chest isn't to go straight up and down, but to try to hold your body as horizontal as possible and hold your feet up because that's going to tax the muscles in the chest more directly. And so that's why you see me with my legs seemingly touching the back of it. When I straighten up, I try to go back parallel. Now with the dip, I just wanted to make sure that I filmed me going down more so. I went lower this time instead of giving up like I did last time. Now, ultimately, I ended up doing 2 red plates and 1 blue one for 4 reps. Now with the squats, I kind of augment my rule. I'm trying to get more reps in the squats.
Going a little bit slow. That
adds
to the intensity. Now I could get in a lot more reps if I just went and rep out. That's not the point. The point is to tax the muscle so we can trigger the growth mechanism in the muscle, to trigger that growth mechanism. So that's why we slow down on the pace, and we're slow down on the negative to get all the negative out of each rep, But even with that, we're doing more reps.